G'day, hello, I'm Hannah. You're listening to The Sesh'n. Joining me in the studio, Ripley and Mel, the magic behind... I really struggle to say my R's, so I'm like practicing. Iris ride shut. I might sound a bit like who is the guy in Looney Tunes that can't say his R's? It's Wabbit season.
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an Elmer Fudd. Secrets out. Anyway, I am so excited to have, the men behind the camera in front of the camera and the attention's on you guys. So this is very exciting to have you
Thanks
in
for
here.
having us. Yeah, it's exciting.
It's a pleasure. It's quite. It's cool. It's awesome in here. I like
Not too
the
bad.
setup. Yeah, it's like real dim. Gives you that easing feeling. I kind of came in here and I was like, "Fuck, don't fuck up what you're gonna say or whatever." But I feel at ease.
Still don't fuck up what you're going to say. Pressure's
Yeah.
on.
Next word.
So you're both super familiar faces, but I'm going to hand it over to both of you to introduce yourselves and what you do.
Do you want to start off?
Yeah.
Starting with Ripley.
So, I'm Ripley, and I am the director as well alongside Mel, but I mainly handle post-production, so editing and putting all the footage together, and that's mainly my job, doing all the colouring and stuff like that in the videos.
Amazing. Cool. We might just get you to pull that mic forward a little bit more. There you go. Mel?
And I'm the cinematographer and co-director, obviously. So, we work together anyway, in helping plan the shoots that we do. There's a bit of pre-production that goes behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once we get there, I'm a bit of a cowboy though. Like sometimes I'll feel a bit spontaneous, and I kind of go off what we write down. But it's good to have guidelines. That's what we're taught, I guess, in school. But yeah. So it's pretty much that.
So how did you two meet and start this crazy, beautiful creature that Iris Whitechat has become?
Well, we met at TAFE. We did Advanced Diploma of Film and Television together. And I think at the end of our last year, I basically came over to Mel because we weren't on the same end of year project, but I basically walked over to his office and I was like, we're making music videos together. And then, it kind of just went from there. We kind of just got together from there, and that's what we've been doing. And
yeah, I think from our diploma year, because we were together from 2 years, the first time I actually spoke to Ripley, he had an Uncharted t-shirt on, which is like one of my favourite all-time video games. And we just used to reference shit all the time to each other. Like, we've both got a love for Kevin Smith and like Jay and Silent Bob and all that.
Yeah.
So it kind of grew from there, I guess, and then we realised that we kind of had the same outlooks and visions for the future and content that we wanted to create together, and it's kind of just sprouted organically, I guess, over a few years.
Yeah.
So what was the first vision that you originally spoke about? Because quite often you can look back and, how you think things are going to end up, and it's just, sometimes you have a little giggle about that.
It's constantly evolving. I think I always said, and Mel agreed with me, that we should always do music videos. And that's something that we both really like. Both grew up watching Rage, all the sort of weird music videos. Video hits.
Yeah.
We love those. But I started going to gigs with Fran, his gigs down at DB Records. And he said, how about you come do some live videos? And then that's when we really got into the live content as well. And I've always loved that, like on Hey Hey It's Saturday and stuff with all the live bands. I think that's really important. So it's kind of evolved from there as well.
Yeah, I think just from the get-go, we wanted to see how well we'd mesh together. Obviously, you can have the similar views and whatnot, but we, wanted to see if we had the chemistry, which I think we knew we had, but I think after that first gig with DB Records, it kind of sprouted from there. Because stylistically, I think we know each other. Like, I know he's a wicked editor. He has faith in me, I hope. So, yeah.
I think he does. I reckon he does. So, Ripley, you mentioned, a lot of, Rage, watching Rage as a kid and Hey Hey It's Saturday. Where did, the original passion for these music videos stem from? was it watching, as a kid watching these shows?
For me, it was watching that, and I grew up with my grandparents, so they would tell me about Hey Hey, tell me about Countdown, all the old Australian shows, and I've always been pretty passionate about our music scene, and seeing the recent music scene in Adelaide sort of sprout, it's really given me a lot of passion for putting it on the map. I think we've got a lot of talent here. Any band in the scene deserves to be the biggest thing in the country, I think, and I want to be a part of making that possible.
Yeah, Adelaide's always had a good underground scene. I guess for me, I've always enjoyed narrative driven music videos, like to create a story with just music without any dialogue or whatever. I feel like it's much more of a challenge, but it gives you a chance to be creative and kind of put your spin on a story. And yeah, I think that's what's engaging. If you can engage an audience with just a song, it's that's art.
So if I say to both of you your favourite music video that you think does tell a story perfectly, you wouldn't change a thing about it, what is it?
I think any Beastie Boys music video. I think that's where it started for me. Intergalactic, Sabotage.
Yeah, I really like the Dave Myers is probably my favorite music video director. He's done pretty much every big set piece video that you can think of. He's done the recent Kendrick Lamar ones, but he did some for Britney Spears back in the day, Toxic. He's just got a really big flashy style that I really gravitate towards, lots of colours and stuff, which is my wheelhouse. I like my work to be very colourful.
I think I've got the contrast with my dark works.
Yeah.
You're the
metal,
cowboy though.
Yeah, I love metal music videos as well, because they're just real sinister, and they kind of catch you off guard at times and make you.
We're very much the opposite in some ways, which I think is good because it means we can bring the best from both worlds sort of and mesh it together.
Yeah.
I think it makes it unique.
So your bio says that you want to turn dreams into a visual reality. Do you feel a certain sense of responsibility when representing artists' work?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think as artists ourselves, I think we share that same passion. If you're doing work for someone, and it's a collaborative environment that we're in, the industry that we're in, so you have to work together to achieve everyone's vision and goal.
There's a lot of people in the industry, in our industry, that develop big egos and want it to be their way, their vision. And I think Mel and I both said from the outset of starting it that we want Iris to be a place where artists can come and we can sort of guide them into developing what they want their music videos to be and their videos to be their vision as much as ours.
Right.
So what is important to you? I guess it would change working with different bands. If they're a super energetic band, you want to capture that energy. If they've got incredible songwriting skills, you really want to tell the story of that. So does what you want to represent in the band change between artists and live shows that you film?
Yeah, of course. With the videos, we try and sit down with the artists, talk to them as much as we can. We've got one with Weekend Rage coming out soon, or a set of videos coming out soon. And even with them, I spoke to them about what kind of colouring they want. Just little things like that to make it special and make it theirs.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
No, communication is definitely key. I think it's before our vision first, we collaborate with them, and then we kind of can put our spin on it. But ultimately it's the chemistry between everyone and getting to know everybody.
Yeah, so I guess this leads me perfectly onto my next question. Talk me through the process in Hannah terms that I'll be able to understand. From you've got a project, you've either approached someone or someone's approached you. From start to finish, how does that look?
It really depends on the project. With the Lola music video, that's probably one of the most spontaneous things we've done. Because the gig
Welcome to the world of Lola.
yeah, the gig was at a skate park, and I just looked at it and I was like, that's perfect to do a music video, and it also wouldn't cost a lot of money because everything's already there. So with that, we kind of just shot everything we could. And I was
Cowboys.
Yeah, we basically just shot everything we could with not really a plan, just as anything interesting. And then I kind of just threw it all together in the edit, and I think it came out decent. I'm proud of that one. But for something like the Weekend Rage show that we've got coming out soon, that had more planning involved because we needed to cover the whole show and get the right angles. And there's only 3 cameras to cover the whole show, so...
Yeah, so it's pretty much like a 3-camera setup for live shows, and you're just trying to capture the subject as they're moving or whatever. And we've got Josh, who works with us on live gigs. He's an absolute fucking legend, by the way.
Yeah, now the bassist of Sunnyside Drive.
Shout out to Sunnyside.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, and we get like each person to capture like a different side of the stage. But yeah, with narrative-driven videos, it's a bit different. Obviously, there's a bit more planning. Like you come up with a story, you come up with a shot list, so you know what you're gonna shoot. Though I tend to break the rules a bit, and yeah, it's different. It just varies. Like if you're filming something live, obviously you stick to the plan, you film the subject. But yeah, if there's more planning behind it, and it's like a music video or a short film or something, it's completely different process and much more time consuming but rewarding.
And then I'm sure once it's been filmed and the editing starts, you're not getting your 8 hours of sleep every night.
No.
Are there times like when it's like, you know, you're very tired and you've heard the songs a million times over?
Every time I go through like several rough cuts before I start polishing it up, and every time I look at the first rough cut, I'm like, this sucks. What are we doing? This is awful.
Standard
My
Ripley.
career's over, and like we just freak out. And I think Mel does that when he reviews the footage that he shot for the day as well. Like
48-hour film challenge.
For me, I try and polish something to where I don't hate it, and then it takes a couple of weeks after it's out for me to actually go, yeah, that's pretty good. Like we did a pretty good job.
I think
with that.
you watch something like 800 times in a row that you're just like, nah, it's
like,
shit.
With the Lola video, I was picking apart every little shot.
No,
Like,
it's perfect.
He sent
I've
me
never
that.
seen anything bad.
Yeah, he sent me that and he had doubts, and I watched that and I'm like, are you fucking alright? Like that was wicked.
I think I texted you and I was like, I couldn't reply to you because I was like, I'm just going to watch it again. And then I'll reply. I've watched that so many times. It's amazing. Your work is so good. So what is the vision for you two going into 2022? You've burst onto the scene like you're very lovable people as well as hard workers. What's the vision?
We just want to really turn Iris into a platform for all artists in Adelaide. Eventually, we would love to see it grow beyond videos and bring photographers and graphic designers on board. Just give everybody, all the bands and local artists and businesses even, everything they need to sort of get their name out there, get
Kind
a
of
press kit together.
like a collaborative workspace, to get everyone in working together.
And, you know, I see festivals and stuff down the line as well. I'd love to do something like that. That we sponsor and stuff like that. I have big plans. Well, we both have big plans, but we'll see. We've got, in the near future, we've got a couple music videos in the works. One with the Weekend Rage, hopefully soon, which will be a bit of a bigger production, we're hoping. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, and similar with Akosa.
Yeah.
It's a progressive death metal band. They're making moves, and we've got a promo video with them as well that should be coming out soon. And yeah, we've got a music video in the works for them. So yeah, we're kind of getting involved with a music scene, and
they've been really good to us. So
yeah,
we want to give everything we can back to them.
Hell
of
yeah.
course.
Well, I am so excited to hear all of this cool shit you're doing, and I have not one little bit of doubt in me that you are going to be at festivals before you know it and achieve all these big dreams you're talking about. Like, I reckon they're very, very in the near future. So, Ripley, Mel, thank you so much for coming in. I can't say my Irish ride sharp. I really get it. Thank you so much for joining me in the studio.
Thank you for having us.
I'll see you
Thanks
at a
for
gig
having us.
very soon.
Yes.
Ciao.